Minnesota Governor Tim Walz revealed the unusual pseudonym he uses for his running mate, Vice President Kamala Harris, in his phone contacts. During his appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live this Monday, Walz told the host that he saved her contact name as
my dry cleaner.
He explained,
"My dry
cleaner.
cleaner."
To come up with something, it's all I could think of. So.
When Kimmel inquired about...
But then what happens if your dry cleaner needs to get in touch with you? You're not going to be...
I didn't think that far ahead on it.
Kimmel humorously suggested that Walz should update his dry cleaner's name to
Madam Vice President.
That's it.
Walz also shared how he initially ignored Harris's call, informing him that he was her vice president pick because he did not recognize the number. He thought the call might be a
car warranty thing or whatever, and then I got a call from a high-ranking aide said, "Pick up your dang phone."
Kimmel also asked Walz about his views on school shootings and gun violence. He replied,
Well, and their idea is to arm teachers. That is a very, very bad idea. Teachers are not why they don't want it. Sure. I just, like the vice president, I simply refuse to accept. Donald Trump tells us to get over. J.D. Vance says, this is just a fact of life or whatever. We have got to get to the point, and I'm a hunter, I'm a veteran. Pheasant season opens in Minnesota this week. I'm excited about that. You can pass common sense things, not infringe on the Second Amendment, but our first responsibility is those kids. And I think listening to them make these things up, try and tell you, and then pivot to like it's a mental health issue, trying to demonize people who are trying to get mental health care. At the same time, they're cutting the funding for mental health care. We don't have to live this way. And I brought up in there, and he batted it down, countries that have just as much gun ownership as us, but common sense things in place, their children don't get shot in school. So it's just...
To date, Vice President Harris and Walz have participated in a total of 31 interviews. In contrast, former President Donald Trump and his running mate, J.D. Vance, conducted 69 interviews with various media outlets as they approached Election Day. Walz's appearance on the late-night show came after Harris faced criticism for her interview on the Call Her Daddy podcast the day before. During her discussion with host Alex Cooper, Harris addressed controversial topics related to domestic violence and abortion. Call Her Daddy, the most popular podcast on Spotify, has faced backlash from its audience following Cooper's interview with Harris. The podcast's host lost thousands of followers after the episode was released on Sunday. One former fan expressed their disappointment, stating, "One of my favorite podcasts, and now I'll never listen again." Another comment read, "Done. This was my favorite podcast. I'm 100% disgusted." Many users criticized Cooper for not addressing the ongoing needs of Americans affected by Hurricane Helene in North Carolina and those in Florida preparing for Hurricane Milton.